And I'm super sad that this smelter does not work at capacity very often. You go 6, 7, and 8. That is 6, 7, and 8. If I had more efficiency options, then I could have this thing pump out more. I'm starting to wonder if that would be better than getting our diode right now, because that diode is costing me a lot, and I'm really not convinced it's going to make me so much right now. I should strongly be thinking about other things that I could be investing my fat dosh into. Conceptualize something else. Gatherer's salary up. 25% more would allow me to run those copper cables at maximum capacity, so that might be worth my time. Not that I'm losing out that much for it. What else would a man do? France is prospering, so it will grow at some point enough to get another shop. Don't know what that shop will be, though. What do you mean zero stored? Am I not producing enough rubber for you? Nah, I'm sure I am. I'm sure you're fine. What is your favorite of this type of logistics or supply chain game? I have the itch to get into something, but I'm not sure what. Well, Cyan Giraffe 1, if you haven't played Factorio, fix that immediately. It is the best around for this kind of game. Outside of that, Open Transport Tycoon. That is fantastic. Aged, but it is aged like a fine wine rather than a banana or a glass of milk. Otherwise, Railway Tycoon 2 or Railway Empire. Railway Empire, I think, is the better choice if you don't go too big, because if you go too big, the game breaks down horribly. That was a tragedy, an absolute tragedy. By the way, these vineyards, they are going to that warehouse. Good, 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 good. I got that railway thing, and I never built a railway to Iberia, because trucks are doing the job just fine. But it's good to have the railway as an option. Who knows, the Commonwealth might want a load of stuff out of me at some point. My big issue is that I could fill all of this with industry easily enough. Low tier stuff, but enough that would make me money. It's just I don't really have the room for it, and terraforming costs are too high. Britain offers a good opportunity for building things, but not a good opportunity for moving it around. Well, actually, considering what I'm looking at here, packing them into trucks and sending goods to Germany would be reasonable. The question is, what would I send to Germany? What synergizes well? There is milk and leather, but nobody nearby buys beef. Iberia buys beef, but that's a bit of a distance to go just to deliver some beef. If I get the option to expand into Germany, Commonwealth, or honestly just about anywhere, just having good land for building on, the Balkans would be a great choice. Even if I had the permit to spread in the Balkans, I would fill this up easily enough. Right, gatherers. This copper mine is now going to produce enough to fill all of these guys, because now it's going to be producing essentially one extra free. Maybe even more than that. It might end up backing up, but that's okay. I want to tap out on the amount of copper cable, copper wires, copper tubes that I'm pumping out. But what else? What else? What else? I could consider doing a similar thing with my farms, since space is tight. There's probably space for those extra goodies. Factories. I don't know, so many options. What's a man to do here? Without having other level 3... could I perhaps do anything else with you? I'm giving you your ceramics and your copper tubing. It's all caught on copper and stuff like that. And I don't have access to oil. Oh, if only I did. He's thinking hard. Sugar made from? Sugar's just made at a plantation. Okay. could still go down the mutton route. Mutton synergizes nice because I can sell their wool and their meat. The downside is that wool isn't worth a lot, and I barely had the space for setting up such a thing. So I am low on ideas for what else to research here. Does the AI build factories? The AI absolutely builds factories. I don't think these guys do yet. They're probably still making their money. I suspect I'm playing much more aggressively than the AI. I'm pretty close to the bottom of my pile of dosh there. He's harvesting sand, he's got his orchards. I'm keen to see what the AIs do though. I'm not going to buy them out with any speed in this run. I bought one out last time quickly just to see what it's like, but this time I want to see them grow Europe, for one, because that advantages me, and also I want to... What else do I want? I'm sure there was something else. Well, I do want them to grow the place, but I also want to see what the AI does if you let them go for a while. They could send out infinite trucks and clog up the roads. True. But I think they're going to be more focused on their own places. The AI seems pretty bad at managing traffic, though. At least it's not cheating like... What was that railway game that I played recently where the AI cheats with its trains? There was one and it was kind of nasty to see. Railway Tycoon 3, maybe? They're not aggressive at all when it comes to shares. They will try to go for the prototype, though. Just be mindful that you don't supply your cities with the same good. The win condition here is to make 100 chicken dinners. I don't really care about it, though. I just want to do it in terms of filling Europa's stockings with Christmas dinners. Is it worth buying and controlling a share while it's cheap? I don't think you make money off of them by holding their shares. So I think it would just be throwing money away. I think shares only exist as a way to buy them out entirely. So there's no point in having them unless you have all of them. It's not like you make passive money or sell them later. Is that true? I mean, I can't sell my own shares. And if I bought one of yours, I doubt I could do much with it. Oh wow, I'm worth a lot more than these suckers. Why would I have full storage? Oh god, don't tell me there's something I haven't been sending. Wait, what? How have I been making more? Oh, wait, what? I don't understand. Maybe that meat demand doesn't work the way that I think it does. But if I don't do this, you're going to... Uh-oh. I suspect he's only sending one at a time, and it takes so long to get there that it's not going to do what I want it to. Right. I have been making pittance on this. Time to change that. I haven't been making the proper money out of my ceramics, and that is biting me in the bottom now. What could, would, and should I do? Well, for one, where are they being delivered to? That's the ironmongery right there. Really, I'd want that one mirrored so that they can come in on that side and go out on that. Maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way around. Where could I put you? Iberia is such a horrible place to build on. Ah, I could have you come up here. In like so. Might need a bit of work smoothing that out, but I could do that. Could we get up here somehow? Probably a bit more terraforming than I'm willing to do. Okay, let's change this up a bit. Warehouse 2, I want you to instead send over to this warehouse. Maybe it's that waiting until full thing. Because then it's not going to send out single trucks to meet the demand as we need it to. Huh. Well, whatever the case, I want you to throw everything of that over to Warehouse 4. And Warehouse 4 needs to send its... Where's that? Where is the... there we go. Ceramics. Over to here. And do not wait, but do meet demand. It's a shame I had to come to that. Now I've got to pay upkeep on this warehouse. What do we have here? Mutton to Scandinavia? I think not. I don't think vehicles are affected by driving uphill, but I don't know. Not something I've experimented much with. Nobody wanted to give Scandinavia its meat. Right, here we go. Our first bit coming in. Now... oh, that's just the ones coming back. Here we go. You're selling 2 bits of it, and you're selling 1. And it's not going to send out more for now. Unfortunately, I probably want to shut down my glasswork smelters for a bit, because I have too much of the stuff. Way too much of the stuff. Unfortunately, that's going to cause some knock-on effects that I don't like. Also, I'm not researching anything. What in the world should I be doing? Lack of copper hurts that diode idea for me. But just think of the money of shipping diodes. Maybe it would be beneficial to have access to a lot of early stuff so that if I have an opportunity I can just reach out and grab it. Wheat is good because it's good for a lot of animal husbandry. I don't like going wide, I must admit. I do not like the idea. But wheat at the very least couldn't hurt to grab. Factory storage, air... oh, right. The ability to control my my pollution one way or another is something I should be grabbing for now. That'll do for now. Well, if I need to, I want to be able to R&D invest heavily. It's not that important right now. What direction are you going to take town development in? As in, what shops do you want to come up? I don't know. I haven't thought about that. I know that I need to have access to Christmas tinner, so I need someone that actually wants to buy it. But that's pretty late on stuff. Not too fussed about it right now. Oh, there's a thought. I'm probably not selling all the coal that I could be selling. So there's no good reason that my coal mine does not have more harvesting being done. There, that should pay itself off very easily. Yeah, because there's no way I'm filling that coal demand right now. Gotta remember, there's more coal to be exploited here. What can one do with coal in the game? Talk to me, game. Coal makes ink, doesn't it? Coal and water to make some crummy ink. Hell, I could make my own, open my own bookstore. Deluxe books, papers, printed paper. For a man with that much coal, it is an idea. Oh, right, the metallurgy. If I could just get access to Germany's iron, there's a lot of money I could be making on that. Other uses for coal. Prototype stuff, no doubt. The biggest market for Christmas tinners is the criminally insane. What's your problem with Christmas tinner? Some people just hate Christmas. Trucks speed up by 57%. I can't see any use for that. It's not going to make me any money or save me any money. Unless there's a maximum amount of trucks that, say, a warehouse can pump out, but if there is, I'm not aware of it. Take this warehouse, it emptied 74 units of glass very easily. Speaking of glass, my glass is going to be backing up. If there's a war on Christmas, I'd be the first in line to the recruitment office. On which side, Neefington? That's alright, Kaladin. There's plenty of Europe to provide me with the Christmas tinners. And whilst that's the goal, it's not something that I need to be working towards the whole way. I need to make a lot of money first, and I'm not currently making as much as I would like. Nowhere near as much as I'd like, honestly. Go, purifier done. I wonder if I should just bite the bullet and grow some mutton anyway. There is kind of space for it around here. And heavens knows France would be growing a lot faster if they had access to their mutton and their wool. Very well, let's get the mutton. Sheep are going to need water and wheat. It's that wheat that's a bit of a nyeh, because it's such a space consumer. But we shall get it done. And if I'm going to be doing that, why don't I unlock the ability to have more of them? Where does it come under? Fields and harvesters. Ah, because livestock field is a much bigger one. Let's just get all of that for now. I'm going to want it eventually. Bibbidi bing, expert maintenance. The state overestimated the time to complete maintenance on the road. No reduction in traffic. Road network speed is up and dispatch costs are down. Well, that's going to give me a pleasant extra bonus on the dosh. Copper mine is not backed up, but these guys do have excess storage, so things are going well when it comes to pumping out all those coppery things. There we go, just shoving out all those copper lines for Iberia. If it were ever the case that copper wire made more money than tubing, I would switch to that, but that's not the case right now. The demand is different, but I'm not even able to meet the demand as we are right now. Oh yeah, Cornwall, mega polluted. Cornwall's going to take over the rest of England by pollution. Deliver milk to France? No. I should have looked into a way to disable auctions. I can see those becoming a real pain later on. In fact, they're a pain in general. Big shipment coming down. Just loads of copper tubes. Okay, lovely. We have researched sheep. Then next up, we will... Well, actually, what's your demand on the sheepy stuff here? There's the wool and... Ah. I'm going to be making too much wool, so I need someone else to buy up my wool. Fortunately, Germany has my back, as they often do. How are we going to do this then? This land is not making me happy. But over here it's fairly unpolluted. I could shove them into this warehouse and then they get dispatched from there regardless. And there's no pollution around here, so there'd be no real issue with me just making this a very happy place for getting my water into my fields and carrying on my merry way. Missing input. Glassworks smelter. How could you be lacking? Oh, of course, because you don't get enough sand anyway. You're just gonna have to deal with that. You will eventually get your glass or your sand. Actually, I could turn off both of you for now, since you're producing glass that I don't have a use for. It pains me to the core to disable my stuff like that. And now I'm going to be overproducing this stuff too, so maybe I could also turn you two off, as long as you and you still produce to the hardware store. There we go. And the hardware store will be fine with that. Although, interestingly enough... Oh, I can't put down an extra harvester. Probably just as well. Oh. That means I'm going to need another coastal harvester to keep up with this stuff, doesn't it? Yeah, yes it does. Okay, I'll get it done though. Demand management, it's okay. I'm going to be spending less money now anyway. Although, I would love to be reminded... No, Scandinavia does not get the milk. These 51 units of ceramics, divide that by 3, and that's... Well, divide that by 6, and that's how many months of excess glass I have. Astonishingly enough, just by being given copper tubing, ceramics, and... What's the other thing I'm giving them? Yeah, grapes. That's all an Iberian needs to grow, apparently. Are you going to up the amount produced by your sand collectors using the 125% you've unlocked? I'm struggling to see a good reason to. Currently, I produce 6 per month here, and the demand is for 9. Oh well, that's a done deal, isn't it? Ah, production time goes down by 20%, not by 25%. So that means our copper mine is actually doing as we'd expect it to. The pollution increase is abominable, though. Hilarious to me. Well, all in the interest of making more money. Does that mean I can do more with my lumber yards? Because I don't think I make enough wood to meet France's demands. They want 9, and I certainly don't produce 9, so... Big it up. And now that I have access to this, it makes sense to have it on the map, so there we go. Heck, I could do the same for a lot of stuff. I could say, hey France, are you getting all the rubber that you need? And they go, no, we don't get enough rubber. And I say, well then, orchards, make us more oh, right, I don't have efficiency on you. Sounds like a lovely thing to get, though. Once I can get that collector out. Then I have my livestock fields. God, they're expensive. Isn't that the same level as diodes? It is the same level of as diodes. Probably best settle for what I can do right now first, then. I just didn't want to. Add more wood harvesters. Yeah, I can add more wood harvesters. They need a road network, though. Although I could put them on the flip side, couldn't I? There's little reason to do that, though, that I can tell. Just by increasing their efficiency, I get what I need. I would consider building more of them if I had some kind of wood economy. But I don't, I just sell raw wood. Shouldn't have said economy, should have said wood production chain? Yeah, that makes sense. How's this gonna go then? 1, 2, 3, and I will just keep it to 3 right now. I don't need to worry about the 5s just yet. Oh. My bad. We were off by 1. Were 2 of these really necessary? Yeah, because one of them needs to feed the sheep as well. So I'm going to need 2 crop farms. Ugh, it's not great for fitting in here whatsoever. And I'm struggling to think how exactly they're going to fit in. You know what? Thinking about these things is just foolhardy. Slab it in, worry later. In the end, I think I'm going to be leaving France a mess when I move on to other places. Could I, or even should I, be putting the other one over here? That's cutting into a lot of the forestry, but they've got a lot of forestry on the other side. And I need more. There we go. It's hideous, and I hate it, so it's fine. It's going to be a lot of water deliverers hitting up here. Perhaps even too many. It's going to be a bit of a joke point. Ah, well. Going to produce 2 per field, and I want to be having livestock for all my mutton as well. I think it was a big mistake having it on this side. Yeah, I really think it was a big mistake. And these things are going to be splitting about and having to move their stuff over here as well. Oh well, we'll live with it. Livestock. This is unpleasant. Where can I even be putting them? Ah, it looks like it counts as long as it's just kind of within the target zone. And I think it's just one little bit of a corner there that's causing me issues. Huh. Ah, no, the ownership area is much smaller than I thought. Not really sure this is the child labour kind of game, sadly. It's a better way to do it. The pain of any logistical game is when you just gotta squeeze things in and lie to yourself saying, don't worry, I'll fix it later. And it's always a lie. So you need 1 bit of wheat per field every 30 days. But I make 2 wheat every... Oh, perhaps I have more crop farming than I needed then. Because 1 crop farm is going to be good enough for 2 of these things. I think 2 is already going to be... Well, maybe I want a whole lot of them. Because 1 of these is only going to make 3, 2 of them is going to make 6. Yeah, maybe I want 4... yeah, 4 mutton farms. There's going to be plenty of mutton to be throwing around. Nothing more... Yeah, France is going to remain a mess late into this game. I'm fairly certain of that. Right. God, what a mess. It's all because of this. I can't reasonably build anything good up here. And there's going to be a lot of wheat and stuff to cart around. It's going to clog this road up something fierce. It's alright. It's just the challenges you have to face and overcome. And the sheer cost of the stuff is a big part of that. 1. Can I squeeze them in tighter like so? No, I can't. At least not without a bit of terraforming magic. There's 2 of them. I need to squeeze in 2 more. 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. And man, if I am off with this somehow, I won't be best impressed with myself. Okay. We're almost there, but I need some kind of distribution set up for it, because all this stuff needs to go into a warehouse. So, first off, water. This one water thing should be able to water those 2 fields quite happily. No need to think further about that one. The demand for water is... Wait, the water demand is the same for livestock, isn't it? Oh dear. That means each of these need... Oh, I need one more water producer. And I just ate up the coastline here. Well then, that's exactly what a water well is for. Putting the well at the top of the hill. It'd be fun for Jack and Jill. Right, so this water siphon will deliver to, considering its placement, Livestock Farm 3 and 2, and your destination will be 1 and 3. And that should be in perfect harmony until I start fiddling around with extra efficiency, or what are these things called again? Harvesters. So that takes care of that. The crop farms. Gonna feed you, and gonna feed you. And you're gonna feed them and them. Thank goodness the ratios work out in perfect harmony here. Oh boy, good point. I just spent a ton of money there, didn't I? I don't want the game to offer me its hideous loan, so let's take out a much better one. Surely 5 million will tide me over. I don't even need it for that long. Let's get a better interest percent. Although I'm not sure I can pay that off that quickly. Let's take halfway house on that one. Ooh, well caught there. Thank you, Arson. You saved me. Okay, so we took care of that. Last thing I need is to get all this livestock stuff put into a good warehouse. Well, perhaps this is an excellent opportunity to take all that money that I grabbed a loan for and waste it terraforming that. We didn't need that money. Pretty bad, because all this stuff is going to come up here and take a left turn or a right turn there, which is very bad news. Everything's going to be coming up this way. Having it turn that way is a big pain. But the shorter they go, the better. What can I do about that? I can just suck it up and assume it'll be okay. So, livestock farms, all of you, throw everything into there. Absolutely everything. No ifs or buts. I could have done this on one of the farms and copy-pasted that, but I didn't. And then that makes you the last one. In. And in. And now this warehouse, which is going to have all of this mutton and stuff, needs to sell it to the right places. That farmer's market likes it, and does Iberia like it? Iberia does like mutton, but Germany needs to grow a bit better. Germany doesn't like mutton though, so that's out of the question. Should I send it directly to the farmer's market or to the warehouse, which forwards it onto the farmer's market? Farmer's market, it's something done in large enough amounts that I don't need to worry about it. Then there's the wool. The wool is sold to the hardware store. And then more wool is sold to... This is what Germany wanted, as I recall. There we go. Meet demand. Send as much as you can. Go. You worked out how to place cities? Yeah. I mean, it was easy when you knew how. It's just knowing how. There was a separate resources file that you have to create and call the same name as the map, but with underscore resources after it. And then you paint that. And I could not figure that out from the guide at all. This is going to be a mess. If I turn on traffic heat map, it's probably going to look ugly there. Let's see the rest of my stuff. Say what you want about my layout. The traffic flows very well inside what I've created here. Also, I've just noticed I left some dirt roads, but too bad, it's for the sand people. This is probably going to become a congested nightmare because I did everything wrong with it. So water goes in, water goes out. Oh, good lord, look at it go. It'll take a while for these things to become operational because the water is being spread thinly amongst them all. It might even be better to temporarily have these guys work full on just to get more water out. I wouldn't mind having a little bit of a backlog of water because it's going to be in perfect harmony for a while anyway. Then once we have a bit of water backed up, then it's fine. Ah, look at them all go. I know, Kaladin, but this is not a nice setup for it. Food shortage. There's been a food shortage in the area. We need to supply some food to the settlements so they don't lose any population. Deliver 25 food to Iberia. Oh, how convenient. I've just decided that I'm sending my mutton to Iberia. And they're already getting grapes, so... Ah, this isn't a good thing, it's just a do this or Iberia starves. And whilst I'm tempted, Iberia does buy up all of my most expensive stuff. Jake, the food has to go to the town centre. There's no winning around here, is there? Right. Your destination for grapes is the town centre. And this warehouse. Send your mutton. I hope mutton counts as food. Why would it not? To the town centre. Maximum, no min capped. That should take care of it. This isn't so busy yet because the farms are not operational. They need their wheat. Well, they got their water at least. Expert maintenance is making my vans travel faster, but also cut down on my dispatch costs, so it is straight up making me money. Come to think of it, I'm making no money on this, haven't I? What a shit. Oh, the region. There's a small problem here. Although we renamed these places, I don't know. It used to be called Recluver before I renamed it, and now I don't know which one Recluver is. So that's a problem. Also, the cost is ridiculous. Which one is Recluver? Do I dare to take out a massive loan for that? How massive could I take out when it comes to a loan? I can take out 10 million, but I'm not sure if I can take out multi-10 million loans. Maybe it'll pan there. Ooh, good thinking. Oh, very good thinking, Marvin. It's the Balkans. The Balkans have oil and gas and very good land for building on. But getting this right could bankrupt us. It would take a lot of investment to be getting that back. But we'd be in the Balkans. It wouldn't be too difficult for us to... Yeah, we could set up our chicken farming, but I'd need some capital to get that stuff rolling. God, it's expensive, but let's do it. Loan repayments are about to be crazy. Yes, they are. But I do make decent dosh. So as long as my monthly repayments aren't ridiculous, and I could cut down on my R&D, I think it would be worth it just to have that beautiful land for building on, and an easy way to supply the Commonwealth as well. Yeah, that is good access to Commonwealth as well, and such great land for building on. Well, let's make a save. Christmas dinner, I think this is the third one. And let's go and put on our best kicked puppy look when talking to the loan people. 15 million, a settlement loan from Iberia. Look, Iberia, I'm the one that's saving you from starvation. Give me a good rate on this, huh? That's a lot to repay. $48 months. Another 2.5% interest is like another 200 grand to be spending. But you know what, 5% interest in this isn't that bad. Yeah, and besides, if I pay it off early, it's no big deal. I'll take it. Can I get another one? No. Can I pay off my old loan and take out a bigger one? Probably also no. The scrub brushes are all in. Give me that permit. Please don't buy me out. Woo! Okay, I had money once. It's gone now. We have massive loan repayments to make, and not a lot of liquid dosh to hand right now. So I dare to say that the R&D budget is going to be suffering for this one. There we go, the Balkans are ours. Once I have a bit of capital saved up, I will be investing heavily in the Balkans. Probably with just tier 1 or tier 0 industry. Because at least I can get them fed. What I could do is set up... am I a chicken chaser? I know it says chickens, cows and sheep, but did I research chickens? I did not. Okay, well they're not getting their chickens. Although, now that I think about it, perhaps it would be... I don't know, I like the idea of getting these set up for the Balkans so I can have 5s and 5s. I like it a lot, even. There we go, we'll get you your chickens. However, what I can do for you is actually none of this food. You'll be getting your wood, and oh boy, there's not a lot I can do for you. Raw rubber? Damn you, Balkans. Yeah, pulling down R&D to 0 will just straight up stop my research. Which would be good if I desperately need the money, but I am almost keeping my head afloat right now. Why is R&D expenses still so high? It is set to 100k. Don't cost me more than that. Minus 14.5 million. If I go into debt, it's game over. I cannot afford to go into debt right now. Deliver mutton to Iberia. You know what? I need that money. That's what I get for poo-pooing the auctions. You guys are delivering that mutton to Iberia, right? Yeah, town center. But you don't appear to be doing it. You're sending to farmer's market, but not to... Ah, I see. Wait until Fool really backfires when it only needs one more. It won't send that one because it says, oh, we're not Fool. Hey, John YouTube. 1 out of 9 delivered. Well, deliver the rest then. I think you need it reset up, don't you? Mutton. Destination known. Fill it up. Kind of scary seeing this bit get all red, but for now, it'll be okay, and it's not going to change if I just let it be. So now we need to simmer a bit, get as much, well, just simmer. We are making money, somewhat. Didn't we have 3 million earlier? We're okay. If I keep saying we're okay, we'll be okay. Still meeting that demand for ceramics, although the price is going down, sadly. There we go, back up to the 13 mil. Contract 1, contract delivered. And we'll get back to shipping out all that mutton stuff. Good, 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 good. Although I don't have a lot of money, it should be enough to start something up in the Balkans. Question is what? Selling wood to them is going to have paltry returns. Exploiting their oil and gas would certainly have some returns. The problem is, pumping out that gas has a pretty hefty upfront cost. Am I man enough to swallow that cost? When I could just exploit their oil, which is considerably closer. You can sell wool to the Balkans. Yes, but not mutton. Would Commonwealth take the mutton? They would. But that means I need water and grain. There's a lot to set up for getting that, whereas just pumping the oil out of the ground and selling it to them wholesale might be the better option. Alright, for once in your life, Romania, contribute positively to my life. Can't help but feel I'm making a mistake here, but oh well. I'll be able to have 5 of these going. 5 of them per month. That should be okay. They deliver straight to there, and I deliver them straight to here. Yeah, sure. I'm not sure if I want to shove it into a warehouse or not. Oh god, each of these are expensive, aren't they? It's the hardware store that wants the oil. Gotta spend money to make money, although we did spend a lot of money just getting here. What's the costs of sending you there? 672. Shoving you into warehouse may or may not make me more money, but it's okay. Yeah, that should be fine. I will meet that. Actually, if they want 7, I could run this thing more expensively and fulfill their demand there. Very good, very good. What about the gas? Maybe I should give the gas a pass for now. I could give them raw rubber. Rubber's got decent returns. Do I have the tech to put down 5 size farms? Almost. Oh wait, no, orchards do rubber, so yes. But I don't think I have what I need to put down 5 water harvesters, do I? That might also be yes, actually. Coastal harvesters, yeah, I think that water wells count as land harvesters. Excellent. So I can actually establish a rubber farm for the Balkans. And look who else likes raw rubber. How long does it take to get rubber out of an orchard? 30 days to do 2. Well, really 30 days to do 6. So 3 every 15. I would want 4 of these then. Ah, but it's not going to be 3, it's going to be 5, isn't it? 5, 2, 5. So 2 of them will do the Balkans nicely, and I could score up and do another 2 for the Commonwealth. How expensive are these orchards anyway? And where are they going to? That's the hardware store. The big risks. but just imagine the big payoff. Ah, orchard farms themselves cost a fat stack of cash. I mean, why wouldn't they? Orchard 9, raw rubber, please. This water well's gonna put me in a very bad space. Do I really want you there? Might be better for you to take a step back, actually. Ha ha ha, this is such a bad idea. And I'd honestly want another orchard to meet demand better, but for now we'll do it this way. Destination is the orchard. The orchard's destination is that hardware store. Go! Maybe, just maybe, Ixnay on the research budget for now. We're on the shoestring budget. Okay. Let me introduce you to our Lord and Savior deficit spending. The Balkans are glorified Eastern Poland, and I'm investing. Alright, we got the oh, jeez! Where'd that money go? Right, so they take out their loan money first. Good thing I didn't spend on R&D. Ah! Uh-oh, you get the money at the end of the month, not the start. Ah, milk to Germany. Sadly, I can't do that. Bye, money. Bye, bye, money. Oh god, where can I quickly make some money? I could get rid of one of my glasswork smelters and bring it back later, but they're full of goods. I can't get rid of that. How do I desperately make some money in this situation? Yeah, the balance is fine, but I'm going to go into the negative. Maybe it only calls your bankruptcy at the turn of the month. I don't know. Well, worst case scenario, we get a massive loan with a very unfavorable rate. Just in case that's not how it goes, I'm going to save. Overwrite our Christmas dinner. We are committed. It might say you have too many loans, I won't give you another one. I don't know how it works. Well, we're certainly in debt. Could you please make more sales this this month? Geez. Well, we have a bit now. Made some good sales there. No, Jake. Maximum of 3 loans, including your starter. Well then, I better hope that that rubber farm starts making me insane money. Come on, lads, dig. Put your backs into it. I get it, and it just all goes away. I made a profit of 4 grand last month. Okay, okay, come on. Damn the Balkans. Okay, I think we might be alright for now. This water well's probably backing up with water. It's not? Oh, the orchard farm is probably backing up with water then. It is. I need to tell you, minimum 6 on it, please. I've been cooking while listening to Jake Misery noises. You wouldn't dash children's hopes of eating some delicious tinner. Maybe just looking at an image of Christmas tinner will fill me with the economic malice I need to overcome my Balkan investment program. Tatties, skirly, turkey, gravy, mysterious white sauce, cranberry sauce, greens, possible mushed up carrots, and at the very bottom, Christmas pudding. Okay. I feel like we can do it now. And hey, we got $1 million! Sweet. Thank you, Christmas Tinner. I want to invest that $1 million in getting another rubber farm. Interest of new loans reduced. Does that count loans that I have right now? Or only ones that I take out? Does anyone know that? I'd be pissing 150 on nothing if it says new loans, though. But what counts as new? I would love to have these reduced by quite a lot. Or I would have loved to have this before I took out my $15 million loan. Yeah, I'll just assume it's not going to work unless I take out some new ones. Old loans don't count as new. Well, you never know in these kinds of games. Right. Despite having spent all that money, I have something resembling cash. What's that noise? What is... I don't know what that noise is. I guess that was... Oh, other people must have been bidding on that, that loan offer. Damn it, now my competitors can get some cheap loans to get above me. Deliver wool to Germany for loads of money united. Haven't I actively sending wool to Germany? I am, so I will take that, please. Which means this warehouse... We'll do that and that. And then once I win this, and of course I'll win this, maybe you lowball each other. Right, get this done fast. Don't cost me too much now. How many do they need anyway? Germany want 22, so we can send full loads. Excellent. Okay, how are we feeling? Risky enough to build our second orchard? I'm feeling risky enough for that. Flattening this already costs more than I'd like it to. And duplicating this orchard is also extremely risky business. Because the upfront costs are not pleasant. Bye, money. Now, you need to also deliver to that orchard. Max of 6, but this means this orchard will be immediately able to use it because the water will be pumped out. And, hey, you already know to deliver to the hardware store. Great. And that means that they are going to make 5 units of rubber per month. The Balkans can actually eat more than that, but something living on a shoestring budget already. Please. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Up, 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 up. More money, please. Looks like you sell every 15 days. That explains the 15-day demand. The Balkans are starving for it. The Balkans will get their bloody wool. Just not right now. Did we decide we could sell mutton here? Yeah, we did. But I don't think I want to set up the Balkans for growing loads of food, even though this is a great place for doing it. It shall be considered. What's it telling me here? Did I manage to sell Germany its goods? I assume I did. I think your water facilities next to the mutton are still temporarily at 25. And they are backing up, aren't they? It costs me extra to do that. So let's bring it down, down, down. Saves me a tiny drop of money doing it that way. Cheers. I don't feel comfortable doing pretty much anything until I have a couple million in the bank. But that's okay. My big leg up in getting the Balkans will surely pay for itself through giving them their own oil and rubber. And killing Romania. That's very tragic for them. Don't worry. We're keeping our head above the water. Barely, but we are. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have a big problem when I run out of... I have run out of it. Okay, well... I need to re-enable all these things that were off and not costing me money, because I need to get my my pottery flowing again. How much is it changing? Well, it's going from 3,000 upkeep to 15,000 upkeep. But you do deliver to that warehouse. This warehouse delivers to the other warehouse. And then we feed Iberia's need for ceramics. Buy money. Your monthly plus is not that much. It's alright, we're paying off those loans one way or the other. Yeah. Wait, has demand gone down or just the prices? No, they still want 3 every 15 days. It's just the percentage that they're willing to pay is not what I want it to be. I want it to be super max. Don't show me that. Don't show me money going down. Show me money going way, way up, please. Way, way up. Oh. Oh, my days. That is rather stressful, isn't it? If I didn't have those crushing loans, the amount of excess I'd be making would be phenomenal and through the roof. But I do. God, I had $1 million there. Where'd it go? It's all for the better, right? Once we're clear of this horrific loan mess, I will have the Balkans in the palm of my hand, and that's easy access to Commonwealth. The bad thing that could happen is, say, the Commonwealth goes for sale, and one of my enemies buys it. I don't know how much spending money those guys have. They're not worth a lot, but they probably don't have the same deficit issue as I do, which is to say lots of deficit. Also, I can... I didn't get the tech for reducing factory output. I could have done that on these two, because they currently produce too much glass. Yeah, there we go. Back in black. What can I say? It looks good on me. By the way, if I increase this percentage on you... Oh, I can't. Never mind then. Wool to Scandinavia for a lovely lump sum. I'm actually probably going to pass on that opportunity. But why would I pass on that opportunity? I have no good reason to. 200,000. It's not really 200,000. It's probably an extra, say, 100,000 to me. I just wish there was more to completing these auctions. How many is it? 25. Wool to Scandinavia HQ. Big price of sending it there. Probably because of the massive amount of tiles. I'm actually really not sure if that's in my benefit. I'm spending quite a lot of money to send it there. Back in black, but pants are brown. That's going to be eating away at the immediate money that I'll get from selling all that wool. Headquarters, tell me more about my current loans. Oh, baby! In 8 payments, that is to say 8 months? I don't know. The payments seem to be made, yeah, monthly instead of 15 daily. So in 8 months, we're going to be clear from one of those. I'm going to be up by a lot every month after that. Damn, I'm good. The green number on the right is the amount that the shops currently have to sell, and every 15 days they will sell that and I will get that money. Took me a wee bit to wrap my head around this myself, but yes. Deliver mutton to France. Oh, I'm definitely going to be doing that. That's just something that we do. I still don't like these auctions, but I have little choice but to take them. Because I'm desperate for that fat money. I found that upgrading my truck storage is really cutting the costs. Hefty research, but quickly worth it. Yeah, hefty research, or really any research whatsoever, is not something I can do right now, but once this loan is paid off, half of my excess money is going to be going towards research, and the other half will be probably spent on turning the Balkans into somewhere even more lavishly opulent for me. Is that the mutton? That's not the mutton. Oh right, research. How could you never have eaten mutton? It's delicious. Well, now everyone in France gets to eat it. And that loan is... well, maybe it's a dangerous thing to pay off loans so swiftly. The Balkans now want the wool. They are desperate for that wool, aren't they? I'm not really sure that's worth making the journey for, though. That's a long, long way to go. However, I think there's an achievement for it, so we'll do it. I believe there's an achievement for traveling 500 units on a single thing like that. Nice that they're finally actually asking for my wool. Also, I couldn't help but notice the wool is backing up. Why is that? Am I producing too much wool? Yes, because you produce twice as much wool as you do mutton. Well, this is a good way to get rid of the excess, isn't it? In that case, maybe it would be good for me to send the wool off somewhere. Yeah, the Commonwealth would like any excess. Do the Balkans deserve clothes? They're just getting the wool. There's nothing saying they're going to make it into clothes. They might eat it for all I know. Oh, it is a 521 tile journey, so I think I'll get the achievement for it. Please, game. I don't want to be in debt anymore. Truck speed increased. Tempting, but it's not something that I can reasonably spend my money on. Get out of here with that loan. And I could take out a fresh new loan. Where? Show me the money. There we go. It would be awful to replace that loan with a new loan that had 5 times the level of interest. It's all because of the Balkans Commissar. Oh, it's Marek. What's with you jumping between names? Throws me off like nobody's business. There we go. Done and done. Another turbo injection of money. And I only have 10 million left to pay off on this dangerous loan that I took a while back. Good call by me, as usual. It might be worth my time taking a couple of smaller loans to pay it off. See, if it's 15% and I need 10 million to pay it off, if I take a 10 million loan out at 10% and use that to pay it off, then I'll probably be making money on that. Right? That's not going to work out any differently to my head, is it? In fact, I could even shorten this loan to get a better rate on it for a short time. I'll wait till I have a bit more money though, but I think that's a good idea. Yeah, Marek. I don't know why people want to change their names so often. Grab one, stick with it. JJ might hate his name, but he's known as JJ. Okay, I would actually like to have a bit of money with which to pay this off, please. This will have made some people fret. Not me, though. I knew what I was doing. Right, let's see if we know what we're doing with this one, though. I have 10.25 million at 15% that I want to pay off. So if I take out a 10 million loan... that's a lot of monthly cost. But it is fewer months that I actually have to spend paying it off. That's too dangerous, though. It's way too dangerous to go for something that steep. Taking loans to pay off loans depends on how interest rates are calculated. 5% interest rate, 800,000. You think I could get that done? I'm not so sure I could. It's a little too risky to go that heavy. I will go this heavy, though. So by taking out that loan, I can then pay off this horrible 15% interest loan. And whilst I'm actually paying more every month right now, I overall have less money that I have to pay. I just have to not go into debt again. Very clever, Jake. Very clever indeed. Because again, I could pay this off with 10 million if I had it, which I don't. Just as relaxing as the YouTube videos. Well, what you could do is you could hover over the timestamp on this YouTube video and see how much longer it's going to last. If it cuts out in 2 minutes, I probably died to my, oh god, to my debty ways. Mortgage my problems. But look at it this way. I got $14 million worth of the Balkans, and I've almost come out of it scot-free. Come on, you lousy Iberians. I hope you're buying your pottery. They are. In fact, they have some stored. Are you meeting demand? You are. Although I don't like the fact that you're sending it 1 unit at a time. But if you wait until full and you don't meet demand, then that won't... Hang on, I control demand at this end, don't I? So I guess I don't really need... just do it that way. I'm sure if they can send out 2, they do send out 2. Detomancy is a skill, Jake. Perhaps Baron can give you some lessons. Well, I don't have Caesar yelling at me every few months, so I fear I've already become the master. How would you look at that? Mutton once again coming to save me. There we go. Get that mutton over to Iberia. Much as you can, please. I wish Caesar yelled at you every few months. No, Daddy Caesar, not today. Right. I can't wait to get back to researching and building. But I really think I made out good on this. If I hadn't taken over the Balkans, I would really be feeling the squeeze on what I do within France right now. Because terraforming this would cost more than buying the Balkans did. I should probably be very grateful that I didn't take out the interest rate at 5%. The payments would be crushing me right now, and I don't think I'd be as happily in the somewhat black as I am right now. We'll say I'm in the grey. Italy has nothing in this game. It's just a very inconvenient landmass. It's not good for building on, because it's got all this hilly stuff in the way. So terraforming it would be expensive, and it's still really narrow for doing anything with. It's so narrow. So, say no to Italy. Uh-oh. Why would I have a warehouse full? Either I'm somehow making more of these than I thought, and I am, because they're made every 15 days. Aha. Then I have way too many of these. Well. I can actually fix that by changing it into copper wire. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. So if I change production here to copper wire, all unused ingredients will be dumped. All of them? Even the copper? I'm gonna call your bluff. Yeah, well, I'm sure it's okay. Doesn't matter though, we're switching this out for copper wire. Now that's going to reduce the amount of copper tubing being made, and the copper wiring that you get will now also be sent down. It's only tier 2, right? Tier 1? Yeah, there we go. That's it. Take it all the way down to that ironmongery, please. Maybe I'm not selling as much as I'd like because it's not going to the right places. Maybe I should be sending it to Warehouse 4 and then it should be forwarding it on. It's a little extra on the dispatch costs, but probably easier to manage that way. There we go. Try that on for size. Probably going to eat into my food for my money for a little while, which is also quite bad, but when it comes to money, things have been pretty bad for pretty long. Oh my, just dispatch after dispatch of the copper thingamajiggers right now. Off they trot. Oh, but no, that looks pretty green to me. Ooh, $1 million. I haven't had $1 million in a while. How long until that disappears? I'd say in 2 seconds. Farewell. This looks like such a video game, says BooFN. It is precisely that, a video game. Oh, these guys don't have their destinations. That's not right. I guess when you make a new good, it clears the destination point there. Easily enough, though. Off it trots, and out they go. What a miserable place it is to live in Cornwall. Copperwall. Was Iberia always this big? Seems to be doing pretty well for itself. Okay, it took a lot, but we have climbed out of the danger zone. The very danger zone. I think I'll make another water well, another 2 orchards for rubber, and I'll send that rubber to the Commonwealth, just so they have something going on. Seriously, how's the wool situation? How much does that stuff back up? Not by a lot, okay, that's good. Demand for wool must be higher than I thought. So what would I do? More rubber tree fields around here, shoving it off to the Commonwealth. Get some money out of that. Invest in the Balkans again. Oh, well, there is the Balkan gas to be had, of course. I haven't exploited the gas yet. But I don't think... Oh, I was just about to say nowhere is expanded, but here we go. The Russian Empire now offers us... another blessed ironmongery. which might be good or bad, depending on how I feel about selling more ceramics. They want 2 every 15 days. If I built 2 more ceramic shops and 1 glass thing to work it, then I would be able to fulfill glorious Russian Empire's need for it. Doing it by trucks feels a bit lame, but the cost wouldn't be that bad. I want to pay off my loan. I'm probably not going to do research until we're in the... well, until we're out of this loan, because it's costing me so much bleeding money. %? I thought I took it out at... oh, 7.5, but it's rounded up to 8%. I agree, Kaladin. Trains would reduce cost, but I wouldn't say it would greatly reduce the cost, because the thing about ceramics is they're very tight. 2 lots of ceramics is worth almost $100,000. So a big chunk out of that in transport cost is no big deal. If I was, say, moving grain, which is high bulk, low cost, then yeah, train would be the way forward. I didn't limit this. No, I did limit it. Destination storages. The hardware shop is full? Oh god, I've killed the price of rubber. Was I overproducing it? How can this be? How could this be? Use your head and think, Jake. This is making 5 per month. This is also making 5... ah, no, 5 per 15 days. 10 per 15 days was more than that. I should have told you to go to the Commonwealth. But I didn't. Well, I wonder if anybody else wants wants rubber right now. Do I give Germany rubber? A little bit. Does the Russian Empire want rubber? They do, but they also get their own rubber. But also, too bad. I cannot keep giving it over here. In that case, I should probably have a warehouse set up that deals with this for me. In this case, just send it over to the warehouse now. There we go. Homewards to the warehouse, and the warehouse will take their raw rubber, and they will cleverly send it out. To all of these places. Somebody somewhere is very unhappy that I'm still doing this with trucks. Scandinavia, how's your rubber needs? Not met enough, you say? I can flood a market, just watch me. Meet demand. So, very unfortunate that the Balkans don't want to give me competitive price on rubber anymore, and they probably won't for a few months. But after they chew through that, they're going to start understanding that truly what they need is my rubber. The Truckers' Union is very pleased, says Neef. Damn Trucker Union. We got any actual truckers around here? I'm sure there are. They'll know what's what around here. And then I can see how this warehouse does. I like this visualization of how the trucks are moving along their path. Also, I couldn't help but notice that I didn't get my achievement. Oh, I wonder if it's because I'm running with that DLL file that I used to rename the cities, because I would like my achievements. And I don't think I've had any achievements this session, have I? It's probably knowing that the game is modded. I want my achievements, and I want them badly. I will get them. But I'll tell you what, we've been at this for longer than expected. We're going to save up here, Well, are we going to save here? Come on, I want that debt paid off before I save and quit for the day. There we go, just blast through it and get that debt out of my hair. Whoa, that's big. That is huge. But I'd need to take more debt to make good use of it. I'm taking it. Still worth it. Still worth it. Oh my days, it's starting to get a little less worth it. The accounting department is spilling their wine right. Okay, that's pretty huge. 42% cost on all buildings. That means... how big a loan? Okay, well that leaves me with some big decisions to think about, so we're certainly going to save there and call that for today. This game will be eating up wildcard slots for quite some time, and I can't guarantee they're going to be at stable times starting from midday CET, but I'll jam it in as and where I can. I don't want to overwrite Amayui, but there's a lot to be done here, and we won't rest until we have our Christmas tinners across Europe and every part of Europe in some way horrifically exploited. And once we have a lot more money and freedom to do what we want with the land, we can choose exactly where it becomes an inhospitable hellhole, and I will probably be putting that up to vote from chat, but at the moment we don't have the luxury of deciding what and where we do things because we are under the thumb of big banks. Can you show off the tinner again? Absolutely. I need to go and whip myself some... Actually, I made loads of tinner yesterday, so I won't need to spend very long eating. But I will be back in about 40 minutes with Amayui. So everybody, demand is high and production is probably quite low, so get out there and get your own Christmas tinner. Until I am back though, it's a cheers and cheerio.